What's up? It's Jat Jones. Today I'm going to tell you how I messed up, how I fell off track, and how I completely lost my discipline. The reason why I want to share this with you today is because I think a lot of you can probably relate. And just like I am getting my discipline and motivation back on track, maybe this will inspire you to do the same. So, the past few years, a lot of things have changed in the world. And personally in my life, I had a big major thing happen to me. Now, I'm not ready to share exactly what that thing was publicly yet, although I'm thinking about sharing it. But let's just say that the big event that happened in my life affected my health, affected my relationship with my woman, affected my business. It basically just affected me across the board. And because something happened to me, I started, I got into the victim behavior, and I've been feeling sorry for myself, right? And this is the process that I've now observed. I've kind of woken up out of my dream state and realized all the negative things I've been doing to myself. And now I'm kind of getting back on track. So I think these realizations will also help you. So something bad happened to me, and then I felt sorry for myself. And then I felt bad emotionally. And so what I started to do was medicate myself from, when you feel bad, when we feel bad, we medicate ourselves. Well, the way I medicate myself, the way I tranquilize, I give myself a tranquilizer to not feel the bad emotions, was food. I started eating, worse and worse food. I stopped going to the gym regularly. I was going a bit, but became very inconsistent. I became more lazy. I stopped posting consistently on my social media, and I just kind of got lazy. And the whole justification was an unconscious, poor me, look what happened to me. And also, I didn't want to face the pain, the painful feelings. And so I was avoiding my pain through laziness and through dumbing myself down through food and Netflix and all those afflictions. So if you're in that kind of state right now where you're not living to your highest potential, I wanted to meet you here and say, hey bro, I've just kind of been through this and I'm on my way out of this. Okay? And so what I'm doing now is I'm cleaning up my diet. I'm working out every day. I'm showing up to my business, more consistently. And to be honest with you, I've developed a belly. Okay, it doesn't look like it from the video, but I have actually developed a belly, and now I'm cutting. I'm cleaning up my diet. I'm doing exercise to get rid of that belly. So here are my realizations and where my mindset is at now that I think is going to help you. Number one, if we're feeling bad, we shouldn't drown out those feelings with alcohol or food or porn or anything negative. Right now, the way I'm dealing with my feelings are the following ways. Number one, work out every day. That makes you feel rejuvenated. It releases positive endorphins. It releases any energy. It makes you feel like a winner because you worked out, you had a win. Also, another thing I did was I journaled. I journaled a lot, and I just journaled day after day for weeks on end. And that also releases any negative emotions, any thoughts that are stuck in your head. So if you're stuck in a loop of lack of discipline, of kind of negativity, of, you're not showing up as the man you want to be, journaling really helped me out a lot, because basically you want to expel all that stuff. What happened with me, what I realized, is all that stuff was cycling inside my own head, inside my own body, right? And I realized, I have to release it. So I journaled day after day after day, week after week after week, just let everything out, let everything out, let everything out. And eventually, I kind of felt like, okay, I'm feeling more like myself again. Then coupling that with working out every day. And by working out every day, you're not going to maybe hit the gym hard every day, but doing something active. Maybe 3 days a week you're hitting the gym. The other days you're doing a slight workout like abs or something. Maybe in other days you're doing some cardio. But the movement of the body, you got to move the stuff that's inside of you. So For me, the mistake I made is I let everything stick inside of me. Instead of like, so here's what I learned. In response to bad things happening to us, or in response, even now, if you're just in a negative state and there wasn't some huge event that happened, but you're just kind of depressed or down, what you want to start doing is moving, okay? Move your body, get into movement, meaning start doing exercise regularly. Move the thoughts and emotions by journaling, okay? Some of you, maybe it would even be beneficial for you to talk to someone, okay? I talked to a friend and I just kind of like dumped all my crap out, and it's not that he gave me a solution, but it's more that I just had to kind of get it out because I was carrying all this stuff with me. And that's kind of what depresses us, when we carry things in and we lock it up and it just keeps cycling in and in and in. We got to let it out, expel it through exercise, vigorous exercise, intense lifting, journaling, maybe talking to someone. Let it out. And so now what's happening after I let it out through these different methods is I'm waking up more positive. I'm more disciplined. I'm showing up and doing the things I said I was going to do. The weight has kind of lifted. Now, here's an important point. I'm not going to tell you that the negative emotions are completely gone and there aren't dips and all that stuff. But what I'm saying is that we need to learn to manage our emotions instead of wishing that they're going to go away. Now I have learned a framework that works for me to manage my emotions, and even if I wake up in a negative state or if I get in a negative state because of something that happens, I know how to quickly get into a positive state by going for a walk, working out, journaling, doing all those things and doing them quickly. Another thing I learned is this. When I feel bad now, I know that I cannot be trusted to just be left alone there and just be like, okay, this will pass. For Jad, he's got to go and do an intense workout. For Jad, he's got to go and journal. For Jad, he's got to go and expel that thing maybe to a friend and just let it out, okay? So you need to find a framework that works for you, but our response to negative things or negative feelings needs to be an active response, not a passive response. It needs to be something healthy rather than a trigger for you to pick up the chips, turn on Netflix, watch porn, be lazy, or skip a workout. Okay, so that's a mindset shift. When you're feeling bad, let that be a trigger for you to get up, go to the gym, and do a vigorous workout. Let that be a trigger for you to say, okay, let me get my notebook, let me get my journal, and just journal for the next 30 minutes or an hour until I feel relaxed again. Let that be a trigger for you, and maybe to call up a friend, or maybe you have a close relationship with your relatives, your mom, your dad. My mother told me a problem shared is a problem halved, meaning, cut in half. So you can also use people to help you release that negativity, and that way you will get back to your center where you can be disciplined and proactive and be the man that you want to be. One of my downfalls is that I'm fiercely independent. When I have a problem, my reflex as a man is I'm going to handle it myself. I don't need anybody. And I think probably most men are the same. Men are fiercely independent. I think also it's a cultural thing where we have been raised not to show weakness and not to ask for help. When women are in trouble, they're very quick to ask for help. Okay, that's a generalization, but it's generally true. Why? Because women aren't shamed for showing weakness or being weak. Okay? But men, we say, hey, be powerful, don't show weakness, all this stuff. But that actually makes us weak because no man is an island. Another realization I knew, but I was reminded of for myself, is that maybe I'm not as strong as I thought I was, in the sense of, you know what? Sometimes I do need another person to help me out with something I'm going through emotionally, or something I'm going through mentally with my mindset. And I think all of us, I've been watching a lot of successful athletes lately, and one thing that I realized, no successful athlete is ever alone, and every successful athlete has a team helping him. We give so much praise to this athlete. Oh, Federer, Roger Federer, oh, Michael Jordan, oh, Kobe Bryant. Oh, they're so great, they're so great. But we're not giving enough credit to their support system. If you remove the support system from MJ, from Kobe, from Tiger Woods, from whoever was great, they would not be great. Great men, champions, understand that they need the support of others. So, one mistake I made this past year is I was too fiercely independent, thinking, I got this. But once I started reaching out for help, I reached out to a mentor, reached out to some friends, it quickly got me back to the place I need to be. So, the next message is, even if you work out and journal and do all these things, I still recommend that part of your formula for getting back into discipline is you reach out for help from a mentor or a friend or a family member. It'll make the world of a difference. Another thing I want to share with you is stop beating yourself up for not being the way you want to be right now. Don't beat yourself up for being depressed, unmotivated, undisciplined. All you're doing is throwing more hatred on yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to be understanding and compassionate with yourself. If you want to be disciplined, if you want to be consistent, if you want to get up every day and do the things you said you were going to do, you have to feel good about yourself. You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe you are worthy of being a successful man. So, a lot of us sabotage ourselves, sabotage our success because unconsciously or consciously we think I'm not enough. I don't love myself. I'm not worthy. So part of being a disciplined, successful man is waking up in the morning and looking in the mirror and saying, you're awesome. You're amazing. I love you. I'm proud of you. Okay? So you got to be proud of yourself. Stop beating yourself up. Be understanding of yourself. If you fell off your discipline, if you fell off, you fell out of integrity with yourself, well, all you need to do is get back step by step by step. Make a decision, make a commitment, start hitting the gym, start going for walks, start journaling. Just take one step. Then you're going to feel a bit better. Then you add another thing on top of that. You feel better. You add another thing, then you stop watching Netflix or you stop watching porn. You just add things on top, and before you know it, within a few weeks, a month, you're going to feel like yourself again. So, those are some of the things I wanted to share with you that have been going on in my life recently. Let me know in the comments if it helped you out, and if you want a follow-up video with any specific topic, also drop me the suggestions in the comments. Thanks for watching. Peace.